Welcome to a brand new series, Faith, Network Marketing, and Real Estate, the ranch method for kingdom freedom. In our last series, we discovered that the Bible calls us to live free, not bound by debt, not stuck in survival mode, but living with a purpose, with provisions and impact. Today, we're going to take that foundation and put it into a framework you can follow. Now, this is the R.A.N.C.H method, a step-by-step roadmap for how to use residual income, asset growth, network marketing leverage, consistent action, and honoring values to create the freedom God designed you to live in. Now, we kind of broke down the whole R.A.N.C.H method in my first few videos I've ever done on YouTube. And I kind of tweaked it a little bit because as I kept on developing that method, it just wasn't quite right of what I was wanting to do the message with. And so the framework is still the same. I just kind of changed of what we need to do in the framework to get you even better results. Because I liked that last one, but after I was teaching it and helping people, we kind of grew in that to make it, this is the R.A.N.C.H method is now today. And there's just a couple of things that we changed in it, which I think it is going to make a bigger impact in your life, okay? So let's talk why the R.A.N.C.H method, okay? Cowboys built lives of freedom through discipline, grit, and values. The R.A.N.C.H method applies those same principles to faith and business. This isn't just about making money. It's about building a life that honors God, supports family, and blesses other families and other peoples, whoever you want to help out with. You have to remember, most people are stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle. And this is, you see this all over the news of how people are not liking their jobs. They're just surviving paycheck to paycheck. This is not what we want people to live in. We want people to be prosperous. So this framework shows you how to break out. I hope you really like this. And I'm going to mispronounce this Bible name. I'm sorry to say this. I'm going to try to pronounce it the best I can. Is Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2. And this is just my summary of this verse. Invest into 7 ventures. Yes, into 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Okay, this is kind of in my language, not the Bible's verse, word for word. But think of that. It's telling you to not just do 1, 2, it's saying 7 and even 8 because you don't know what evil is going to come down on the world. And here's the funny thing about this, and you guys heard me talk about this before, is most millionaires, and I can say almost all millionaires, guess how many income sources they have? 7 to 8 income sources for the average millionaire out there. This is right out of the Bible. It's telling you how to become a millionaire. So just think about that. You talk to millionaires, how many sources of income they have. They're just not living off their one paycheck as being an employee or being as the CEO. They have other revenue sources coming in. So 7 to 8. And this is one of those powerful ones because the R.A.N.C.H method is going to give you a couple more additional income sources. And with the real estate side of it, you're going to have multiple because it's just not one home you're buying. You're going to be buying multiple or get into apartments or get into being an accredited investor and start doing this stuff. So God himself tells us to diversify, prepare, and multiply. That's what this method does. Okay, so this is think of this as your blueprint for the kingdom entrepreneurship. And I hope you guys really like this. So let's get to the R. It's still residual income. All right. And in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, but remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Okay. Residual income is money that keeps flowing after the work is done. And so you're not trading your time for money at this point. This is you do something once and it keeps on producing you. So this is your residual income from your real estate investments. It keeps on bringing to you monthly. You buy something, you rent it out, and you should have cash flow. This is network marketing, your direct sales company. You build a team and you get commissions every month. I mean, we get them every week. So here's why it's so powerful. So, residual income is the money that keeps flowing all the time. Network marketing provides a proven model for creating this kind of income. Multiplication, not just addition. You're going to start 2 times and 3 times and 4 times and things if you get the right team built around you in network marketing. Okay? Residuals free your time so you can focus on higher callings, like your family, like a ministry, or even real estate investing. So make sure you have sources of residual income coming in. Residual income is about breaking free from trading hours for dollars. It's about building streams that flow while you sleep. And if you ever listen to me or mentors and all that, this is the thing that breaks you free and gets you into the wealthy category, is you get money even while you're on sleep mode. When you're on vacation, you still get money coming in. You're not getting that stuff unless you're using PTO as a benefit of this stuff when you're doing paychecks. So think of how you can get something that's reoccurring revenue without trading time for money. All right. Let's get into the A. It's still asset growth. Okay. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 31, verse 16. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. Okay. This is just assets. So assets like real estate are how you can turn income into long-term stability. And you should be looking at all the times real estate as long-term. Okay. With the depreciation cycles and everything that you get with this, your cash flow, your appreciation, your depreciation, tax benefits, and a legacy. This is why real estate is so powerful. This is a step where freedom becomes generational because you can put these real estate assets into trusts and pass it on to your kids' kids. There's a depreciation cycle that always maxes out. But if it's producing cash flow every single month, you can always do it. You can always, when the value of the real estate increases, guess what? You can refinance it, take out some money. Guess what? That money you take out is tax-free because you have debt on that. You can pay yourself back. You can do a lot of stuff with that money. You can start investing into more real estate. So always think of this. Residual income is the shovel. Real estate is the gold mine. All right. So let's get back into the end. So this is still network marketing leverage. Okay. Matthews chapter 28, verses 19 and 20. Go and make disciples of all nations. Okay. Think about that. He's saying, go out and grow your following. Go out and grow your team. Okay, duplication in network marketing mirrors and discipleship. Teach others to do what you do. And if you're part of a great network marketing team, they have all this put to you, so you're just plugging people into the system and teaching them how to do the system that you was taught how to do. That's what we love about our network marketing company, is we have the systems put in place. So we're just teaching others to do what we do. And this creates exponential growth. Leverage means you don't build alone. You build with a team because you're growing, you're helping your teammates grow, and they're helping other people grow, and you're just making this leverage of how you can reach so many more people in the world. All right? God's kingdom grew through discipleship. Your business grows the same way, through multiplication, not isolation. All right? So this is why we love about network marketing, because it is that type of a calling. Now let's get into the C. So this is where we kind of change things up on here. Instead of what I had as cash flow before, and kind of that, because that was duplication of residual, the one thing I was missing was consistent action. Okay, so the C now is consistent action. So Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at that proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Okay, so just think about that. Freedom isn't built overnight. It's built through consistent daily action. You can't just pray when you're wanting something to change. You need to have a daily prayer. You need to have daily actions that's going to make you successful. What habit are you trying to change? The only way you're going to change a habit is consistent action of trying to get rid of a bad habit with a good habit. You need to do it on a daily business. So success in both business and faith is about faithfulness in the small steps. Okay, so make sure you're keeping those small, consistent actions because that's going to increase and change things over time. Don't try to eat the whole elephant. It's one bite at a time, people. Just keep that on there. Remember, consistency beats intensity all the time. If you show up the same way, same energy, keeping all this stuff, things are going to change in your life. You just don't show up once at the high intensity that you can only do every so once in a while. It's about the consistency of how you show up, how you're helping others, and doing all this stuff. The cowboy code isn't about a heroic ride. It's about showing up every day. So keep that in the back of your minds, you guys. And down to the last one, H. We had a holistic value, holistic living, all that stuff. I kind of switched that up. It's still kind of the same thing, but I kind of turned it to be a little bit more about values. And it's honoring values. This is a big one because you need to have values in order to be successful in everything you want to do. So Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So if you have values, honoring your values means putting faith, family, and service above profit. If you do these things that honor your values, whatever your values are, and if they're aligned with God, with your faith, it will be provided. Long as you're honoring this stuff, what your core values are, it keeps you from building success that costs you your soul. We don't want to be successful and feel like shit to ourselves. We want to feel grateful. We want to experience joy. And this is by honoring your values. All right, so remember that. Have your values. When your values are clear, your business becomes your ministry. So always make sure whatever decision you're trying to make, whatever you're trying to do, it's in your values. You know, are you trying to help people get out of debt? Are you trying to help people become healthy? Are you trying to help people find God? Make sure it aligns with your values. True freedom is just not financial. It's freedom with integrity, purpose, and alignment with God's calling for you. So remember this stuff when you guys are thinking about implementing the R.A.N.C.H method, okay? Because we need to have your understanding of what your values are, because this is going to be key. If you don't have values, you might not ever become financially free of how we want you to be. So that's the ranch method that we have that's really aligned with God's blueprint. Okay, so remember, it's a blueprint for building financial freedom without losing what matters most to you: your residual income, asset growth, network marketing leverage, consistent action, and honoring values. This is how you stop being dependent on a paycheck and start building a life of freedom, faith, and family. All right, so comment below, which of the 5 pillars do you feel strongest in right now? Which one do you need to grow? And if you want, I want you to comment in the comments below, blueprint. Then I will send you the ranch method blueprint PDF to map out your own plan. All right. And in the next video, we're going to deep dive in the first pillar, residual income, and why it's the foundation of lasting freedom. Remember, you cowboys and cowgirls, you can't herd cattle without a plan, and you can't build freedom without a framework. The ranch method is your trail map. Saddle up and it's time to ride. God bless you all.